My friend, let me ask you something. Have you ever been talking with a mature woman, smart, warm, put together, and felt a strange pull, something unspoken in the air, but you couldn't quite name it? That moment when her eyes linger a second too long, or she leans in just a little closer, and your gut whispers, she's interested. But then your mind says, no, I'm probably imagining it. I'm too old for that. And you do nothing. And later, alone, you wonder, did I miss something real? Gentlemen, most men at this stage of life have been conditioned to ignore those silent signals. They've been burned, divorced, or just out of the game so long they've forgotten the unspoken language of female attraction. But here's the truth. Mature women don't flirt the way they did at 20. Their signals are quieter, deeper, and far more honest. And when you learn to read them, everything changes. You stop second-guessing. You start knowing. Today, I'm going to reveal 3 body language signs mature women always give when they're attracted. Signs most men over 50 never notice. And I promise, by the end, you'll see her completely differently. Let's start with the first sign. Sign number 1, the prolonged glance with a slow blink. Most men think eye contact is just eye contact. They're wrong. When a mature woman is genuinely attracted, her eyes don't just look at you, they speak to you. Here's what to watch for. She'll hold your gaze a beat longer than normal, then look down or to the side, not away in a hurry, but slowly. And right before she breaks it, you'll see a subtle, almost imperceptible slow blink. Almost like she's savoring the sight of you. Her nervous system is doing something remarkable. At this stage of life, a woman has learned to protect her energy. She won't stare like a love-struck teenager. Instead, her subconscious gives her away through that soft, extended blink. Behavioral researchers have repeatedly observed this pattern in mature attraction. It's her brain's way of saying, I feel safe enough to be vulnerable with this man. Most men never notice this because they're looking for obvious flirting, the hair twirl, the giggle. But a woman over 50, she's beyond that. She's telling you without words, I see you, and I like what I see. Here's where most men go wrong. They receive that glance, feel the electricity, then immediately look away, worried they're being creepy or misreading the situation. And she interprets that as disinterest, so she withdraws. And you walk away thinking nothing happened. But it did, my friend. You just didn't know the language. Now, sign 2 is even more revealing, and it involves her hands. Sign number 2, the unconscious mirroring of your hand gestures. This one is so subtle that even women themselves don't realize they're doing it. But once you see it, you'll never unsee it. Imagine you're sitting across from her at a coffee shop or at a quiet wine bar. You're talking about something ordinary, maybe travel, maybe a book you both like. As you speak, you gesture with your right hand, palm open, relaxed. Watch her hands. Within seconds, without thinking, she'll adopt the same posture. If you lean back and cross your arms, she'll subtly shift and cross hers. If you place your hands flat on the table, she'll do the same a moment later. This is called limbic mirroring, and it's one of the most powerful unconscious signals of attraction. Her brain is literally trying to synchronize with yours because she feels emotionally safe and drawn to your calm, masculine presence. At this stage of life, mature women don't waste time on men who make them feel uneasy. Mirroring is her body's way of saying, we resonate, we're on the same wavelength. But here's the heartbreaking thing most men experience. They sense that connection, but they don't trust it. They think, she's just being friendly. So they don't escalate. They don't hold her gaze a little longer. They don't touch her hand when she laughs. And over time, she interprets your stillness as lack of interest. And she moves on, quietly, gracefully, and you never even knew you had a chance. So my friend, next time you notice mirroring, acknowledge it internally. Then do something simple. Hold your hand still for a moment, palm up, resting on the table between you. If she's attracted, she'll place her hand near yours or even rest her fingertips lightly on the table, mirroring that openness. That's your green light. Not to rush, but to know. Now, sign 3 is the one I'm almost hesitant to share, because once you understand it, you'll realize how many opportunities you've missed in the past. It's the most powerful sign, and I saved it for the end. Sign number 3, the foot-pointing triangle. Most men never look below a woman's waist when they're talking to her. Big mistake. Because her feet and legs never lie. Here's what you need to know. When a mature woman is genuinely attracted to you, her feet will point directly toward you. Not just her body, not just her knees, her feet. And if you're sitting across from her at a small table, she'll often form what body language experts call the foot triangle. That means her feet are crossed at the ankles or tucked slightly under her chair, but the toes point in your direction like an arrow. Now here's where it gets fascinating. If she's interested but nervous, and many mature women still feel that flutter, she'll also do a slow, almost unconscious foot swing. One foot will lift slightly, then set back down, swinging gently toward you. This is her nervous system releasing excess energy. She's excited. She's engaged. She's hoping you'll notice her. But there's a deeper layer, my friend. Biological truth. When a woman feels attraction, blood flow increases to her lower body. It's a subconscious preparation for closeness. She'll also shift her weight from one hip to the other, or cross and uncross her legs slowly. These are not fidgets. They are invitations. And here's where most men over 50 fail. They see her shifting, crossing, uncrossing, and they think she's uncomfortable. So they lean away, offer to leave, or make an awkward joke to break the tension. And she thinks he's not interested, when in reality, she was giving you every signal in the book. So what do you do instead? You stay calm. You maintain your grounded presence. You let your eyes drop to her feet for just a fraction of a second, not staring, just noticing. Then you look back into her eyes and smile, slowly. That small acknowledgement tells her, I see you, and I like what I see too. My friend, I've seen men in their 60s transform their entire dating lives just by learning these 3 signs. Not by tricks, not by pickup lines. Just by understanding the unspoken language that mature women have been speaking all along. Let me give you one final piece of rare knowledge. When all 3 signs happen together, the prolonged blink, the mirroring, the foot triangle, you're not just looking at interest, you're looking at genuine, deep, mature attraction. That's the moment when a woman is essentially saying, I'm ready, I feel safe with you, now show me you're confident enough to lead. And that's where your calm masculine presence becomes magnetic. Not because you do anything flashy, but because you finally understand what she's been silently telling you all along. So here's my challenge to you. This week, pay attention. Notice the women around you, at the grocery store, at the gym, at your local coffee shop. Watch for these 3 signs, and when you see them, don't freeze. Don't overthink. Just smile, hold her gaze 1 second longer than usual, and say something simple. You have a really warm presence. I enjoy talking with you. That's it. No games, no manipulation, just honest, calm connection. If this opened your eyes, hit that subscribe button. Not for me. So more men at this stage of life can access this kind of understanding. Because too many good men are walking around missing signals that are right in front of them. Next time, I'm going to show you the one thing mature women notice within the first 7 seconds of meeting you, and why most men over 50 fail without saying a word. And before you go, tell me in the comments, which of these 3 signs surprised you the most? Have you ever missed one without realizing it? I read every single one. Until then, stay aware, stay calm, and keep listening to what she's not saying. Gentlemen, take care of yourselves.